3, 2, 1. Here we are, Mayor. How about it?
Where are we, John?
We're in our 2-minute warm-up. We're outside.
Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is a beautiful day. So, how's everybody been? How's everybody?
You're gonna have to talk louder.
How's everybody's day going? It's going. The time flies, doesn't it? Can't believe it. We got to get Marilyn logged on. We're in the 2-minute warm-up. We always say that,
Yeah.
right?
2-minute warm-up.
2-minute warm-up. 2-minute warm-up outside. It's a little chilly,
Breezy.
but hey,
Easy breezy.
we're all good. Let's see, Mayor. I gotta find this. Where are we? Oh, wait. Okay. Made it. We made it. There we go. I see it. All right, Mayor. There you go.
Okay. Here we are.
Here we are. So it's almost that time.
1 more minute, John.
I think it's less than a minute.
Wow, I wonder what you're working on today, John. I wonder.
I wonder.
1 more minute,
Wonder,
John.
wonder. There's a song about that too, I think.
Yeah. We're invading people's territory.
Could be. Anyway, there's some clouds here. Actually, it was supposed to be a lot more cloudy than it turned out to be.
More overcast.
More
yeah.
overcast. But hey, the sun stayed out. We decided, let's come out and and the wind's blowing a little bit. It's a little breezy. It's 53. So hey, it's Marilyn and John, done by me, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall, as Marilyn likes to say, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall. So here we are in the Stand Tall Crafting Group, and Krista, thanks very much for inviting us along. It's 4 o'clock, and we got to get going. And it's always a privilege and honor to be here. And so, anyway, as I was saying, it was supposed to be a lot more overcast today, but the sun, it's surprising. It's 53 and it's breezy, but it's kind of pleasant out here. So we thought we'd set up outside for a change. And Chris is out there. Hey, Krista, how you doing? Good to see you, and thanks for sprinkling us out. So if you're not a member of the Stand Tall Craft Group, please join. It's a free group. Hi, Ada. Good to see you. And you get to check out all the crafters. And if you miss any, then go back and catch the replay. And it's always fun. So, you have anything to say yet, Mayor?
No, not too much. I'm a little under the weather, so you have to bear with me.
It's J. Will Creations. Good to see you. Hey, Miriam. Good to see you. I know. How about it?
Dollhouse.
It's cool. So, yeah.
Thanks,
So, you know.
Denise.
Thanks, Denise. So, you know us. If you followed us, you know how we operate. I don't know where we found this dollhouse. Maybe Marilyn remembers, but I don't. So we've been plugging along, straightening things up, going through things, and lo and behold, we came across the dollhouse. And Mary's like, oh man, I forgot we had this.
We have still a few. We sold a few, and then we still had a few more in the basement.
Hey, Judy, good to see you.
This was one of them.
And
it's use it or lose it.
so that's what Mary says, use it or lose it. And Judy loves it. So we said, well, you know, I guess the style, our theme, or whatever, you know, we're in the old house, we're the old, you know, 1789, 1860 house, so you don't want anything over the top per se. Doesn't fit in with the look. So Mara said, well, let's touch it up a bit and help it out a little bit, and we'll see what goes on. So hi Linda, good to see you.
Chorus.
The chorus.
Yeah, we don't want to, it's a fine line for keeping it primitive or cleaning it up a little bit, and then what's enough and not what's too much. And we don't want it to be a real formal dollhouse. We want it to be a little primitive, but it's hard to figure it all out.
But this is how we found it, and
Hi, Wayne.
and so there's a few things that it needs some help with that I'll work on that today, and I'm not going to get it finished. It's just probably a work in progress. We may come on another time and do some stuff, or you know how Marilyn did those
Fairy house.
her fairy house, and that all went on and on for a while. So you know, this may or may not, but we thought we'd get started on it today. Hey Kelly, good to see you. Thank you. Kelly's on after us, guys. Rowena May inspired. And
she has a mom I want to adopt.
thanks, Kelly. Anyway, so this is how we found it, and there's a few things it needs some help with right away. But before that, you know, hey,
The top one's missing the little knob.
you know, it has a little door here that's cute. I don't know, you won't probably see it the way I see it, but, and here I'll open up what it has. And somebody, I don't know, whoever had it before us, they put some flour.
That looks like the sticker from the bathtub. The
Yeah.
bottom of the bathtub to keep you from sliding around.
And
They
then
put
a
one
piece
in
of
there.
trim back here, and they put a piece of wallpaper back there, and there's some pictures on the side here that like paper that they cut out. And then this one opens up.
It's missing the knob on the top one. We'll have to
But
switch the knobs. To
That
match.
room's empty. And then the one behind me,
If you can see, probably some kids were allowed to. I could just picture some grandpa made this for a Christmas gift. And
I don't know if you see it, but it has the steps going up in here, which is cool. I don't know how much you can see of it, but it's not too unfinished in there. I mean, it's not too finished in here. But you know, it always amazes me. Somebody has the patience and the vision and the wherewithal to do all this. I don't know I could do that, really.
And I don't know how much gingerbread you can see, but there's all kinds of gingerbread on the house. Trim around, fancy trim around the doors that somebody painstakingly cut, and around the windows on the exterior. And like I said, we don't want it too fancy. We at first weren't going to do too much of things to do, but then once you start looking, you get all kinds of ideas. So we're really open for your suggestions.
But you can see they really, like that staircase, that's all handmade piece by piece. We'll take some pictures later and
up close
and show you some things.
Oh, you know what, John? We were going to take a picture of the back of the house before you start.
Oh yeah. Well,
I don't know
I can go off and take a picture and then
Okay.
set you back on again. Anyway, I'm going to turn it around.
We always have these ideas what we're going to do, and then we forget. That's our best skill. But you did send out the Telegram, so if you're signed up for Telegram, you should get notifications. If you haven't signed up, there's a link there where you can, and it's free, and you get notification when we send something out. Linda wants to know if you're adding dental molding.
Yeah.
Is that a new find though, Susan? We don't know when we found it. We've
So
had
see,
it for quite a while.
it's all peeled. It needs help back here.
John
Here, I'll
cleaned
take a
up a
picture of
few
it.
of them. He's going to take a picture, so. We were going to take pictures so you could see the before and after, because John likes making those reels. And if you look, the top part, there's little things that somebody whittled that you turn to open the door. You can always get a screenshot from the video.
Yeah. Well, at least I got the back too, right?
Okay. But it looks like it was sitting in water someplace before we got it. And like I said, we don't remember where we got it, whether it was on a buy nothing, on a curbside. If we bought it, we wouldn't have paid more than a couple dollars for it. I don't know whether you guys have Robbie said this will be a great project. Yeah, we don't want to get anything too involved, you know, because
So what I'm going to do first is just touch up that bare wood.
it's peeled back from moisture. But I never had I had a metal dollhouse, but I always loved those big wooden dollhouses. And I always coveted them, and my cousins had one, and boy, I just loved it. And I always dreamed of having a wood dollhouse. So my first wooden dollhouse that I bought was in, about 50 years ago. My mom and I went to a house sale, and I bought that dollhouse, which you saw, which is up in the doll room. We put it up there. But, and that one is in much better condition, but I haven't really done anything with it other than been thrilled to own it. And I've had it, like I said, probably 50 years. But this one, I don't know where we got it. We don't know whether we paid for it, but we thought it was a neat dollhouse somewhere along the line. And the little details, like those little turn things at the top, you can see that you turn and it locks the little doors in place. John will open some of the things when he gets past, but he wanted to just touch up this. And like I said, we could make this really fancy. One of the dollhouses we sold, he painted the whole exterior. It came out really cute, and we sold that right away, didn't we, John? Like it was only in it was in the co-op.
Oh, at the co-op. Oh,
yeah. We sold that within a day or something, put it on Marketplace and the pickup in the co-op, and that sold right away. And we put some furniture in there. We have boxes of dollhouse furniture. I told you I've been collecting this as far back as I can remember. Probably 60-some years I've collected dollhouse furniture and all. And so we still have, I think, one more dollhouse that looks like a big southern plantation in the basement. But we decided at our age, we're not going to be moving to a bigger house, I don't think. So if we're not using it now, we should get rid of it. You know, sell it or give it away or whatever. And I don't want to devote too much time to this, but just enough that it would look kind of primitive and we can put it up in the doll room. We were hoping it would fit in one of the windows, the big windows that are set back, but it's just a little too big. The house itself would fit, but the roof hangs over like another inch and a half or something, and so it won't squeak in, and we don't want to cut the roof back. But this is just a simple fix to keep the dollhouse a little bit primitive and fix this back, because that looked a bit unsightly. Like, you could put it to the wall if you want, but and not see it, but we thought John would do this.
Yeah, so that's just covering the bare wood, and then you'll see what I'm going to do with that to dress it up just a little bit, not a lot.
And don't you like that little tiny window up there? It's kind of a funny place for a window, and the roof opens on the back, but the front of the house opens, so a few kids could play with this house at the same time and not even realize somebody's on the other side.
Yeah,
It's
so
pretty
back here,
large.
They made this open.
Those little tiny turn things are just really cute, whittled out of wood.
If it can, it's the attic in there, which is cool.
My aunt and uncle used to make all the Christmas gifts for their kids, or a lot of them, and they would spend time in Santa's workshop in the basement. And I remember they made an awesome castle that my cousins got once, and they got was trying to think of something else they made for them, but they made a puppet theater for them when they were little. And I remember I was always jealous of the cool handmade, old-fashioned kind of toys, and they were the ones, my two cousins, the two boys that had actually had access to that dollhouse, and I just really I could have sat there for the rest of my life just playing with the dollhouse and the old furniture and all.
So the came with a chimney, but
Show them how that fits on up there.
it's missing a piece that broke and goes up here.
Now, what would you do with it if you got it? Does anybody else just covet all these neat old things? This had to be like maybe from the 40s, I'm thinking. It's definitely like a Victorian
Yeah, it goes
style
this way.
with all that gingerbread around the windows and across the top. If you wanted to really get into formality, you could spend a lot of money and time on it.
So what? I don't know how well it's going to work, but if you guys saw us, I forget when it was, and we were
The angel.
making the angel project, and I cut a top off the baluster that I used for the angel. So we'll see if it works. I'm gonna use this angle, and I copied the angle from the other side, so I'm gonna cut on this and see if I can get some support on this side.
Yeah, you know, somebody that was really into dollhouses could make this like something spectacular. And back in the day, I would have possibly done that, but now we have such an undertaking with this house and all the projects and the gardens and all. The dollhouse will take back burner. I don't know whether we're not getting comments or people aren't talking. And I'm losing my voice.
Well, that's not good.
No. I'm not sick, I just have some health issues, and so things come and go, and it's in a come stage. They're sending hearts. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
So what would you do if this was your dollhouse? Would you go all out and really fix it up and make something of spectacular thing, or would you just leave it as found, or what would you do?
All right, so I'm going to run the jigsaw for a moment.
Yeah, we try to upcycle everything, but I don't even look online because I'd go crazy ordering supplies if I allowed myself.
So I don't know. I hope it works. This was just a guesstimate to see.
Yeah, he thought he'd go ahead and do it in front of you guys so you know how he figures out what he's fixing and what he's doing.
And so that's what I started to do. So, of course, the blade's not long enough to go through all at once. So I'll cut this side out, and then I'll have to turn it around and match it the other way. So hopefully that works.
Yeah, John never did projects previous to living in this house and not working, and so he picks up most of his stuff from the flea market, or Rob that gave you the tour of his gardens. He gave John a couple of his tools.
Yes.
Don't cut into that table.
Don't cut into that table, Mayor.
He just painted all that stuff, and so last year
Needs a second. I didn't even have a chance to put a second coat on it.
they never even got to see it painted.
No, they didn't.
south, but might not be long enough.
No, it's not, but you'll figure it out.
But
But
we'll
so
see
this
if it
looks
works.
like, it reminds us of the Painted Ladies. If you remember, I took pictures of them. They were houses that were from the Edwardian and Victorian times, and they were painted at least 3 colors, and they were all that gingerbread in all different colors. So today John's going to start painting, but he'll need your help for suggestions. And if you have the opportunity, think about those beautiful painted ladies that had all the gingerbread, that ornate cut wood, like different colors and all. Now, I lived in a town that was very conservative, a historic town, and I grew up in an old house. And our house wasn't a painted lady. Ours was more conservative, modest house. But there were some of these big Victorian houses, and some people went really crazy with the colors. And at one point, some of the townspeople were up in arms because of the colors. Somebody had like a vibrant purple or something like that, and everybody was upset. It caused a big ruckus, and all the meetings, people were talking about colors. Would you like having a colorful painted lady next to your house? Something with purple and pink and bright green, or...
Okay, more noise, guys.
And would you paint this house some colorful colors, and what would you pick? Well, oh. I don't know whether people are commenting or
Okay.
I'm not seeing them. But we thought it
Well,
would...
that's my patch in.
And like we said, we're not trying to make it extremely formal. But what colors would you like to see a painted lady be? Because this could be very conservative, or it can have some really fun. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I guess the comments aren't coming through. We're getting hearts, but no comments.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe go. Do you know how to go out and come in again?
No. When I try, I always lose everything.
Okay, I'll try.
Whoops, I just went out. Here, put me back in, John. Well, here, I can go back in. Okay. Oh, okay.
You got it?
Yep. They said you're a noisy crafter. Susan said be fun to be decorated at Christmas. Judy says she had a painted lady bed and breakfast in St. James. Sorry, the comments just weren't coming in. And Kelly said purple is her favorite. Kelly,
Well,
I
you
hope
should
your
say
mom
that.
comes soon to visit. And Linda said pink, mauve, and burgundy. Yeah, when you go down to Cape May, I'll repost those pictures. Was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
We took pictures of a lot of the painted ladies, Cape May, New Jersey, which used to be like where the Victorians,
So just going to use wood glue.
the wealthy Victorians would vacation. And Ada said tropical colors like aqua, blue, and pink. Yeah, when we drove around, you think you just love one house until you see the next, and all the colors are just so beautiful. And you can't tell whether a lot of the houses are restaurants or shops or bed and breakfast, and you just really can't tell, and you can see how you could get confused and go into somebody's house. Allie said my daughter and I bought a dollhouse in 1978 when my husband passed away at 28. Oh my goodness, that's sad. We never got around to electrifying it, so the wallpapers didn't get done either. I have been all packed up and put out in the upstairs on the barn for about 35 years. Well, maybe you'll feel inspired for getting it out. If you have grandchildren or you just feel like you want to do it, but they would look really cute at Christmas time. If you remember last year, it certainly wasn't fancy, but we worked really hard to get the doll room up to a certain place so we could share it with you. And we put a Christmas tree up there, and I made some ornaments using the old, what are they called? Something cards. Can't think of the word. The pictures that, they're called, not index cards. Krista likes pink. People like pink and purple and aqua, and when you go down there, if
Well, they're all cool colors.
yeah, if you go to stay in a bed and breakfast, the food's usually amazing. The decorating's fun. Hi, Donna. It's just really a whole different experience. And I know I stayed in one in West Virginia too. You never stayed there, did you, John?
No.
I stayed with some family members, but there's so many neat places, and you know it's not everybody's taste to stay there, and it certainly doesn't have a lot of the luxuries, but there's something to say about the big old clawfoot tubs. We have 2 of them in the yard, if you remember when we did the spa. But we're hoping we can save that video. We're working on it, but there seems to be an issue that they're holding things hostage for us to try to get them. But
We'll see.
We'll see. We're sure trying. But we have another one, which we never got to show you the garden last year. I don't know. Time just slips away. We have good intentions of showing you all these things, and all of a sudden time goes by and we don't know what happens. But we're
Before
still...
you know it, it's morning coffee again.
Yeah. I said usually the winters, I used to always dislike winters. I couldn't wait till spring, the time change, and the birds and all that. And this year I'm like, I'm not ready for spring yet. I didn't get all the things accomplished in the winter that I had hoped for. But so John's trying to piece that together now. He'll paint that chimney and it won't be so obvious of the repair. Yeah, Linda said if we had a big porch, this would be great. Paint
Oh, yeah,
with
wouldn't it?
exterior paint.
Yeah, it would be
Doors
cool.
open with small plants. That would look really cute. That's what we're just looking for, ideas from you guys. We keep fantasizing that we want like one of those old looking greenhouses made from old windows. We must have, I don't know, what, 50 to 100 old windows in the basement.
Yep.
And we dream of building like some sort of a greenhouse looking thing, not with the heat and all to keep the plants all year round, but just another outbuilding to maintain. Oh, Allie said she'd love to finish, but there's no room in her house for it. Yeah, that's the problem sometimes. Where do you put it? And you see how big our house is, and a lot of times I think, boy, I need another room. Like, I'd love to have another room just for all my linens and my dishes and stuff. And then I wouldn't mind having another kid's room. And every time you think, oh boy, I have all this stuff. So we've been slowly letting things go. Yeah, Linda said, or a community library.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Okay,
remember-
so I just added that little piece up there that was missing, and it'll dry. And like I said, we'll finesse it a little bit more, and
and
tie
we're
it together.
We're okay that this is primitive.
And then remember, I made those baskets with the old flooring wood that we found somewhere. So we thought to just disguise some of this unevenness or cracking back here, that I would put this on back here.
It's just the back of the house.
Just the
and
back
like
of the
I
house.
said, we're not trying to make it something that would be seen in Williamsburg or something. We're just trying to
It just,
make it just fun and
So
I don't know where we'll put it, but
hold on for the jigsaw again. Okay.
but we just have to decide if we're not going to use it in the near future, we're going to get rid of it. And that's how we got rid of over 100 pieces of furniture. Some John painted and sold, and some we just sold. Robbie says, I have a high tunnel for plants, 14 by 28, but would love a glass addition. Yeah,
Well, that's fun.
yeah. Yeah, there's so many things you want all the time, and the problem as you get older, you have to be more realistic. And we were saving things for all kinds of projects, but let's see, Judy said she's been to Williamsburg many times. They stayed in a very old B&B there. Yeah, I went when I was a child, a few years, our family went there for vacation, and Linda said she put plant flowers on the back of the house. It would actually make a really cute, like a window box looking thing for a house. But we went to Williamsburg, and I just really loved it when I was little. And then I went once with my daughter on a bus trip when she was a teenager. And of course the bus pulled out near our house, and she got the first migraine headache. And the whole trip was, no, maybe that wasn't the headache. Maybe that was, she got really sick. But the whole trip, it rained. It was in the fall. It was bitter cold. It rained. We couldn't figure out, because the houses, you couldn't tell what were houses that you could go through and what you couldn't. And we picked a hotel that had a pool, and she was too sick to go swimming. So I still would like to go back, and everybody said Williamsburg at Christmas time is gorgeous with the luminaries and all. But, you know, we always thought when John retired those are things we would do. But unfortunately, you know, different things happen. But I like to look at pictures, and I like all the old things, and it's fun to try to copy some of Williamsburg's ideas.
So I'm just going to screw that piece on.
Jennifer says she needs to clean out her house. That's what we're trying to figure out.
It's always a process.
Yeah. I talked to my best friend that I had from college and all today, and she was saying she's doing the same thing, going through all her papers and going through her stuff. And I was telling her how we had all our classes just about together besides being roommates. And I was telling her about all the things that I found from college, my costume illustrating and all, and how I'm hoping to scrapbook it. And I know I say I'm not going to buy anything, but recently I had the opportunity of buying somebody's costume illustrating drawings from 1944. They're, I wouldn't say they're rough, but they're certainly not refined. Yeah, Judy, we're selling some stuff. John has some stuff on Marketplace. But we're, and we haven't gone through the chairs. We must have, what do you think, 50 to 75 chairs
I guess
piled
I don't
up
know.
down there.
I
Hi,
don't know.
Carol, Ruth. We have a lot of stuff, and we're just taking our time. But thank you, Carol. We're having fun going through it, and that's what my friend told me. She said she's gone through all her stuff, and the same thing, just enjoying the journey. But she's getting rid of a lot of stuff because she said nobody will want it when she's gone. I'm organizing mine because I want it until I'm gone, and I want to know where everything is. And I'm anxious to keep sharing things with you. Like somebody was talking about calligraphy the other day, the crafter, and I'm sorry, I don't remember her name right this second. Her first name's Ann, and I can't think of the name of her page. I'm sorry about that. But we were talking about lettering and calligraphy, and I'm like, oh yeah, I took classes in that in the 60s, and then I calligraphied a lot of projects, and I calligraphied my daughter's wedding invitations, and then when I was needing money, I calligraphied things for other people. And like I said, I'm never going to be great at anything, but I'm always having the fun of learning, and then I try something else, and I found this sewing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is hard hanger. Now how I remembered that name, that's the type of needlework, and I found I have Kasanki eggs, which I'll show you. I have all my stuff. I not only, usually after I take a class, I teach a class, I don't know why, but I ended up, most of the things I learned, I taught, and people are just happy just for a beginner lesson, and if they want something more proficient, then they would move on, but always had fun trying to pass on. Oh yeah, Ann's Create and Share, that, thank you, Linda. And that's where they were talking about the lettering, and I'm like, that's calligraphy. I used to do that. I took lessons, and I'll show you, I have all my supplies and all my stuff. Everything I've saved. I'm not one to fill my trash can. If you saw how little trash we throw away, but I am trying not to buy anything. I'm trying to reduce. And some things we passed on, and some things we put on Buy Nothing, and John has stuff, a few things on Marketplace. But eventually we have to go through all the chairs. We just haven't done that. But we went through all the
All
other
in good
furniture.
time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Judy, you can do them up. When you come to visit, we'll put you up there and you can work on it. We'd love to, but that's not something I would prioritize at this time. And I would hope that one of my grandkids would want it, but I don't think that the young people want the old people stuff much anymore. Used to be, everybody wanted the grandma's things, but not too much anymore. Not the old furniture or old doll houses, and unfortunately, a lot of the dolls, young people find them creepy, and I think that's sad. So that doesn't look bad, John. And he'll put some brush strokes on there and possibly some glue above it to hold it down a little bit. But we just wanted to clean it up, that no more was breaking off.
yeah, to hold it down, because otherwise it'll peel off.
But could you imagine if somebody, yeah, Judy, Chucky, that really turned everything around. I really felt badly about that. It took the fun of dolls away from a lot of children. But this would be beautiful if somebody took it and painstakingly restored it and rejuvenated it. This is a project you need, Judy.
Ha ha ha.
This would keep you busy for a long time. And if you don't see Judy's things, she's following my dolls, and the things that she does, the clothes and the outfits and the vignettes that she makes for her dolls are amazing. It's worth taking a peek. And I think she's on under her name here somewhere back that you could go back and look at it, but it's Follow My Dolls. And she made the Easter baskets that I made with the starch the other day in the doilies. She made one for her dolls and then made a whole outfit to go with it. So it's really cute. But John's going to start doing a little bit of the painting today. We have chosen a color that we thought would go with a lot of other colors. Hi Rose, how are you? And there's all kinds of natural entertainment around here, sitting out here.
So there you go. There's that little piece on there. Just just to hide some of that imperfection that was down there and actually kind of help it from peeling back up again. So I'll just dry brush some of this just to tie it in a little bit more.
It looked like it was sitting in water and it's like plywood. But I just picture some grandpa working away and making this for a granddaughter. And what a dream when I was young if you woke up Christmas morning and this was under your tree. Be really cute, wouldn't it, John?
Oh, it'd be amazing. Totally amazing.
Is anybody here into dollhouses? We might have to ship it to you to finish it.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah, wouldn't it? It would be fun if we could get a bus and go from house to house and crafter house to crafter house and everybody bring their unfinished projects and then people grab a project that they want to do. Because one man's unfinished project is another man's future dream. Oh wow, Judy said her husband made all her granddaughter's American Girl doll furniture out of wood.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah, Judy said ship it on. You need to enclose your porch, Judy, and then you could put this out there. It would look really pretty at Christmas time, have it someplace where it wouldn't be vulnerable to the weather, but have things that it could withstand and have it lighted up, wouldn't it? Hi, Michelle. You came on in time to see John cleaning up a dollhouse we had. Rose said she's still going through a lot of paperwork, kept finding things out from her late husband, put all his assets. Oh, well that's stressful. No wonder. Very stressful. We were working on taxes the other day and I was saying, boy, that really cranks up your anxiety. Why they don't have, just say, let those old people go. They paid enough in taxes. Take it out of their estate after they pass.
I think they do that anyway.
Yeah, they do. But we're trying to plug along, but there's just so much to do, and then I like cooking, and then we cook, and in the morning I just lie in bed and watch TV and drink my coffee. I told you I'm a spoiled brat. John brings coffee up to me.
So there we go. I hope you can see that piece that I just did.
Maybe put a little more paint on the end, this end.
This end more?
Yeah, a little more.
Here?
Yeah. A little thicker. In the meantime, we have enamel top table
Is that good?
that was in poor condition. Yeah, that looks good. And
Okay.
John's painting the legs of it. He tightened the legs and he's painting the legs black. So we could use that as a little table outside if he wanted to. One of those old enamel top ones, and it's a little rusty and all, but that's okay. Judy said she had her coffee.
All right.
Yeah, that's my big joy. I said my two pleasures in life. The one is having my coffee served to me in bed, and the other one is just chilling out at night and watching TV. Oh, that's okay, Arlene.
So we'll turn it.
So that cleaned it up enough for there, and maybe we'll go back, but that's just a start.
So I guess pardon my back, but so now what I thought we'd do is we'll start painting the trim around these windows. Go up here, and there's a bunch of them, but
If you look, show them, point around, it's a little hard to see. There's all detail, like the window where John's finger is now.
and there's some trim above it. That whoever did this, there's the window frame, and then there's some trim above each window, which is cool. And they have some gingerbread on the roof. It's pretty amazing.
And the little round window has, above has,
Up here, yep.
yeah, so somebody had just taken some paint and kind of slopped it on. The person that constructed it did a beautiful job, you know, the detail, but somewhere along the line it never, I don't think it ever really got painted.
So, you know, Marilyn's always checking out all these sites, and this is one box of some paint, curbside paint we got. And but anyway, Maris thought she'd like to start with this one to go around the window trim. So I'll start on that with you guys. With however, hopefully I can have enough time to get these two finished. You can see, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure, and I thought, well, let us pick, it's kind of a dark brownish gray color, and John will paint that around the window, and that color kind of goes with anything else, and then we'll go ahead and get you guys to help us pick. Usually I'm pretty certain what I want, and at first I said to John, paint it all that hunter green, because that was on a lot of old dollhouses. That one I have up in the doll room is that hunter green and kind of a cranberry and a cream color. But then I thought, well, let's make this fun and make it some more colors maybe. And so we went down and we picked, you can hold the can up so they can see the inside of it. It's like a, I'm going to say almost a charcoal color when you say
Yeah, I
John.
think so, Mar.
Almost a charcoal color, and I thought that kind of goes with any color. And we were thinking we weren't painting the house because I like to kind of rough the way it is, but I don't know whether we'll paint the house. We're just going to ask you guys to kind of make this your project and give us some ideas. But this color would look beautiful with, like, if we went with the pinks and cranberries, it would look pretty with some of the blues. But we thought, let's do dark. Usually around the windows, I think, is a dark color. And since it's, right now, I don't think it's been painted. The trim around
Now, this
the
doesn't,
windows,
I mean, some of it has, but it really hasn't been completed.
yeah, somebody just slopped some white paint on it. And so John said,
So
no,
Mary's let me borrow one of her little craft brushes.
because John was grabbing them and using them and then tossing them. I'm like, John, we don't toss things around here. And he's usually good at fine motor skills, and now with my tremors, you wouldn't want me to paint this. It would not be good. But maybe, you know what, John, maybe people can come and visit us for like a couple weeks, and each person put their, no, Judy, he's right-handed, but it's just the way the thing is, and they don't let you flip the camera now. But if everybody came and put a week of work in here, they could garden. They could actually put a couple weeks in. They could weed. They could garden. We let them pick. We would be so kind. We would let them select
Take your choice.
of what you wanted to do. You could work on the dollhouse. Could wash windows. The washing windows is the scary part because they don't open, so you'd have to go on a ladder.
I don't know. Does that come out? Can you see that it's on
Can
the
you
side
see
is
it,
gray?
guys? Yeah, it looks really dark here. Look.
Yeah, it does look dark.
But we were trying to decide, and then, you know, there's the gingerbread above the window, if you see that, and all along the roof and around the doors and all that, and that's where, and maybe we'd even paint the house like a pale color of some sort, and make the gingerbread some vivid colors. But this is just...
Maybe it'll dry a little different. Well, it will dry a little differently.
Yeah. But it's just fun. But I just, today when we decided we've been thinking about this all week, that we would work on this. And today John said, let's do the house outside. And I hadn't really thought about colors. And I thought we would make it just something simple. But the more I looked at it, I'm like, this is a painted lady and it's going to be so beautiful. And remind me, John, to pull up that reel or whatever of the pictures of all those beautiful painted houses.
Oh, okay.
So when you come, guys, what do you want to do for your project? Garden, paint, organize. There's plenty to do here. This could be like a retreat. It could be a retreat. You could do yoga down by the water. And then you could get a good day's
Yoga
work
by the
in.
water.
Yeah. You could get, if you have sleeping problems, this is the place to come. You could get a good day's work in. I'm losing comments again here, so let me go out and come back. But you could come in and put a good day's hard work in here and you'll sleep well at night. Right, John?
That's for sure.
John used to have problems sleeping until we bought this house and he retired. Now he's out like a light.
So I don't know. Can you see that it's changed colors, or you can't?
Yeah, a little bit. So would you guys paint the body of the house? And actually the roof might look good, that charcoal color. Actually has a little bit of almost a blue tone in that. But now I'm going to have to look up some of those pictures we took to pick, get ideas. And I want you guys to give me, as we go along, give us good suggestions. Oh, you know what? There's a piece of tree or something on the phone, and it's showing up like it was on the house. And
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, where is that? But it has to be on the phone.
Oh.
But I don't know. So many colors would look good with this, like, charcoal color. And it really will make the other colors pop so much more. Is anybody inspired to work on a dollhouse or have worked on a dollhouse? I used to make, I learned this Russian needlework. It's called igolichkoi, and it's like punch needle, but it's really tiny, and I'll show you the tools when we get to it. But I used to make little rugs for dollhouses and sold them to a dollhouse store, and I used to go in there and covet all the things. And my friend and I used to make out of polymer clay little foods and things that we would make and sell. Oh, thanks, Krista. It's 9 minutes of, and she said, our next creator is Kelly at Rowana May Inspired.
Correct.
John usually does all the reading and staying on top of everything. Yeah, that looks good.
How's it
John.
look, Mayor?
Looks good, John. So now, do you have to paint down the sides of the window or no?
There.
Okay.
You could. That's.
We could put you out here with your headlight that you put on, that
If
headband.
you start doing that and you mess up, then you're painting the body of the house.
Yeah, we still might. We'll just see how our time goes and how far he goes and what he feels like doing, and see, these comments just don't want to come in.
I know. Sometimes you have to go in and out. It's annoying.
How old do I think the dollhouse is? Hi, Candy. I would say it's probably from the 40s. What would you think? Just from how it's constructed. That would have been my dream Christmas gift, to get up Christmas morning and have this under the tree. It was always like something I wanted, and that's what it seems like. I remember my dad didn't have shoes when he was a young boy, and he couldn't go to school during the Depression. He didn't have shoes, and grandmother went up the street. An old lady had died, and his grandmother asked for her shoes so that my dad could wear them to go to school, and that's what he wore. And you just can't imagine that. So his whole life, he loved shoes, and he used to talk about, look at these British walkers. It's one piece of leather and it's wrapped around. And all his shoes were polished carefully and those little shoe trees in them. And, you know, I think when there's something you didn't get as a child, you become fixated as an adult. Ada said that looks relaxing. Well, Ada, would you like to relax? Because we'll have you come up here and you can paint away. Put you out in the sun. Candy said she just came in. It's sunny and 70 in Iowa.
Oh boy, it's only 53 here, Candy. But it's nice and sunny.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't be around people, because how much fun would it be to have people come visit and do projects with us or whatever. When I see all these people getting together, I have to say I'm a bit jealous, and jealousy isn't a good thing, but sometimes you just can't help it.
So
That
there we
looks
have
nice.
those three guys. I hope you see them well enough that you can tell that they
Ada
changed.
said she'll come help.
All right. So I'll keep working. We have another 5 minutes left, but remember, we're on the Stand Tall Crafting Group, and Krista, thanks again for inviting us along. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed our project, which will be ongoing. When it all goes, I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
The hardest part is getting started.
And don't forget to stay tuned after us is Rowena May, Inspired. That's Kelly, and so stay on for her. Don't go away. And remember, the Stand Tall is a free group, so join it and enjoy all the crafters. And if you don't catch them live, catch them on their replays. So I'll turn this guy around and do some more painting until it's time to say sayonara.
But that really makes the windows pop. You see already. Yeah, envious, she said. Yeah, I think, oh boy, how much fun it would be. But I certainly do enjoy being together with you on the lives, and I love when you're here and we can interact. Thank you, Krista. She says she loves having us.
Thank you.
And this is fun because the front windows, if you show with your finger, John, how they have that little roof over them.
Yeah. All
And
four
they're
of them.
so
I don't know how the guy did that. That's like curved wood. I don't know how he did that. It's pretty amazing.
And the door is so cute, and the half moon, and all the trim. It was really a labor of love, and you know, it never got painted properly, and
Yeah, you never finish. Hey, how many times do we start projects and they never get finished? So who knows what happened, right?
yeah. And somebody put the white paint on just to clean up the plywood, you know, and it serviced it for a while, and then I don't even remember where we got it because we had so many dollhouses in the basement. And
But you think all the little work, hinge work and trim, they have the corners are mitered, that's really detailed.
and those little the little
Yeah,
wooden
these little
things,
dudes
they're
and
all
that
wood.
up there and all this stuff, and it's just amazing.
And then we don't know, do you paint the hinges the same color as the house, or do you leave the hinges black? That's where we want you guys' ideas. Because a lot of you have done houses or seen them. I don't think we got it at the flea market, Candy. I don't know whether we got it at a yard sale or somebody gave it to us. We have gotten a few houses on the Buy Nothing that needed restoration, and then we didn't show you all of the boys' room. We have I don't know how many barns. You did see the one barn. We got that at the flea market. But we have other barns and a few log cabins that are just as cool, that are handmade. And I just appreciate the craftsmanship. And it's fun to do something with them, and it's a shame to just have it in the basement. So we decided we're either passing things on or going to bring them up and enjoy them. And so that's what we thought we'd start with this one. I'm like, let's grab one of these dollhouses one of these days. Yeah, Candy, it opens from 4 ways on the front.
Yeah, I showed in the beginning. I showed it. But hey, Candy, I could show you on this side.
And
it's less than a minute, probably.
And the
Do you
side
have
that
anything
he's
you want to say?
working on. No, we really appreciate your support and
So
friendship.
you can follow us and check out our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we have the link for the YouTube.
We have
and
links on our page.
the link for Telegram. So, we'd love you to follow us and check us out on YouTube if you go on there, or and if you sign up for Telegram, it's free. There's a link there on our link tree, and we got help. We've been getting some help on some of the things. So,
Up, and here come the clouds.
oh, thank you, Candy. We really appreciate you, and we appreciate the comments and the hearts and all the things that keep us going.
So we're getting
It's
close,
amazing,
guys.
Amazing friendship we've created.
5 o'clock. So hang on for Rowena May Inspired. That's Kelly. She's coming on right now. So thanks very much, guys. Have a great evening. And thanks again, Krista, for having us. And it's
Thanks
always
for the
fun.
hearts.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.